Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi. We have a great show for you today. We start with a couple of stakes races that'll be coming up on Wednesday's card here at Parx Racing for Pennsylvania breds. We're talking about the $100,000 Paige McKenney, $100,000 Unique Bella, and the $75,000 Wait For It Stakes. So we'll get to see top PA breds run right here at Parx, and it looks like some nice horses were nominated.
Yeah, for sure, Dani. I wrote about these races and the whole stake schedule coming up this year in 2026 here at Parx on Let's Go Racing, Parx.com this week. And yes, in the two main races next week, we're talking about if 4 horses enter that I think might enter, we're talking about $2.5 million, and same thing in the other race. So yeah, we're talking about some of the best horses here at Parx.
Some really legit contenders, and one that we know was nominated. Of course, the entries are coming out after we tape this show, but Kappa Kappa, she was so fabulous in her 3-year-old year, of course, winning the Grade 2 Raven Run Stakes at Keeneland. Look, she's making her return for Butch Reed.
Yeah, can't wait to see her back on the track, and I know the ultimate goal is to go back to Keeneland on Halloween and running that Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. That was Glenn Bennett's first ever trip to Keeneland. Boy, that was a nice trip. Let's see if we can make another one in October. But yeah, I'd love to see her here next Wednesday.
Yeah, and I've really gotten to get up close with her in the barn. She's been training very forwardly. She's had some nice workouts. So here's Butch Reed on the return of Kappa Kappa. Got to check in on the big filly Kappa Kappa. She's back. How's she doing?
Doing absolutely fabulously. She had a really beautiful breeze the other day. Went real fast and just did it nice and easy well within herself, so she's getting real close.
What's the most you've noticed from her changing into her 4-year-old year?
She's really matured a lot. You know, physically she's filled out nicely, and the time off really did her some good. She had a tough campaign last year and came through it well, so we're really looking forward to a big year this year.
Where's a good starting off point? Could we possibly see her in the Unique Bella?
Absolutely, she's lined up for that. You know, that's like to keep her right at home here, get at least one start under her belt on the home front.
Well, we'd love to see her get that big win for you guys. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, make sure you join us this Wednesday. It's going to be a great race card here at Parx. Good weather and awesome Pennsylvania breds. And something else that we're looking forward to is our turf course is under renovation. And that's big news here because turf racing brings big fields. And I know we're all looking back to getting on the grass.
So this turf course, Dani, was initially installed in the late 1980s. So obviously they needed to have a renovation at some point. It's funny looking out there with all the grass gone, right? It was just bare, and now they're going to put the new sod in, and over the summer it will grow, and hopefully by the fall, that's the plan when we come back after the break, back to turf racing, and we can actually see the turf monster on Pennsylvania Derby Day, and I know everybody's looking forward to it.
Oh, we are. And we talked with Jeff Maddie, our PTHA Executive Director, on the turf course renovation and twilight racing coming up here at Parx.
Yeah, we're really excited around here. You know, spring is in the air. Our turf project is underway, a joint venture between the horsemen and management. They started last week, so it's going to take about 3 weeks when it's all said and done, Mother Nature depending, but C6 Turf Management, Hummer Turf, Gerard Weipert, our track super, all hands on deck for this project. So far, so good. They got a tremendous amount of work done last week. As you see today, getting a lot of work done today, and this week, training schedules slightly changed, but we will not miss any days of racing, no post-time adjustments, nothing like that. So really, the work's getting done, and our normal operating is pretty much well underway.
Tell us about the quality of this turf.
Yeah, it's going to be second to none. You know, our sod's coming from Tuckahoe Turf Farms down in South Jersey. Project being overseen by Hummer Turf. They do a lot of work with the Philadelphia Phillies, Philadelphia Eagles. They renovated Fair Hill Training Center. So we have the right people in place, right project, and it's a perfect time of year to do it. And God willing, we're up and running at the end of the summer on our turf course.
Jeff, why is it important to have a turf course?
You know, it's a whole nother surface. You know, there's some horses that are better on the turf. Gives breeders an opportunity, gives owners an opportunity, trainers an opportunity to see exactly what surface their horse prefers. So it's just like every other track in the Mid-Atlantic. We're really looking forward to basically having a turf course that is not just equal, but hopefully above those. So giving our horsemen every opportunity, every type of race, no matter the surface. That's what we're here for.
And tell us about the racing dates now. You've added 4 more.
Yeah, we added 4 Thursdays in July. Again, that was another joint project, joint venture with management. Going to have some twilight races. So first 4 Thursdays of July, the casino and the racetrack are going to have events that they're going to announce on those days. So it's going to be a combination of not only races on the track, but they're going to offer some things in the picnic grove at the casino. Really bring people out to jumpstart, through the middle of summer at that point, but giving them a lot of opportunities for a fun night out at Parx Racing.
So an exciting time here here at Parx Racing with lots to look forward to with our new turf course and Twilight Racing. Hope to see you out on those nights. Well, let's get to this week's race of the week. It's Parx Picks. It was Monday's 8th race. Optional claiming, 16,000, running for $25,000 at a mile and 70 yards. And our favorite is Chalice. Jack Armstrong trying to get to that big milestone win.
Yeah, and if you told me this horse is going to be even money, there's no way I would have picked Chalice. I thought maybe like 3-1 after going 0 for 28. Finally wins a race, and now I'm getting even money. No thank you, even though it was my pick.
And play the Gray, second choice, and he's the only one in for this $16,000 tag. He had to run for the tag. He had never run for 16 before, but Play the Gray for Danny Velasquez.
Play the Gray will be easy to see because he is, in fact, gray.
Exactly.
No More Stones continues to lead the way. 24 flat, the opening quarter. No More Stones. Extra Sexy McSteamy comes up at the outside, turns up the tempo. To the outside, Play the Gray. He tracks in third. Then it's Real Men Violin. Chalice fifth. Weak Strong. Then back to It's Authentic and Imperial Spy. There's the half mile to go, and No More Stones has led from the jump. He has his work to do into the far turn. 48 flat. No More Stones to his outside. Extra Sexy McSteamy comes up and puts his neck in front. Play the Gray continues in third. Real Men Violin with the big blaze. He's in fourth. Chalice making his move now. Then it's back to Weak Strong, Imperial Spy, and It's Authentic. Those two still at the back. Play the Gray to the inside. Extra Sexy McSteamy. Those two have a quarter mile to go. Extra Sexy McSteamy battles on. Play the Gray full of run to the outside. He has taken over from Extra Sexy McSteamy. Chalice, Real Men Violin trying to gain on Play the Gray, who's trying to kick clear. Play the Gray to the inside. Extra Sexy McSteamy. He's resilient, not quite giving up just yet, but Play the Gray has him measured with the 16th left. Play the Gray. Extra Sexy McSteamy. No quitting him today. Play the Gray gets it done.
Great ride by Luis Ocasio. Had Play the Gray in the perfect spot and let him go when it was time, but Play the Gray got the win, was also claimed, so we'll see him in a new barn.
Interesting. Yeah, never really, you can kind of see the horse was going to win the whole way. It just had that good stalking position.
Well, time for us to go to our first break. When we come back, we have more racing from Parx.
And Irish Maxima let out a notch. Frankie steps on the gas, and Irish Maxima's happy to respond.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
So why Nissan? Nissan just makes sense. You get the best mix of style, reliability, and tech without breaking the bank.
Why Chapman Nissan?
It's our team. We make sure you're not just getting any deal, but you're getting the right deal. We're friendly, transparent, and really want you to love what you drive. We make it easy to drive off in the Nissan you want at a price you'll really feel great about. We take care of people with top-notch service, flexible financing, and a no-pressure vibe that is truly stress-free. Huge selection, a great price, and a team that's got your back. That's us. Chapman Nissan.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Let's get to some more local races, and this is a good one. It was Tuesday's 8th race. Allowance level, fillies and mares, 7 furlongs is the distance for $55,000. And Irish Maxima, she's been so awesome for the John Service Barn, and we don't get to see her a lot at Parx because she runs in graded stakes, but she's our favorite.
Yeah, 1 to 10, meaning you bet $10, you win 1. And Danny, if you're in the show pool, how about this? $15,879 in the pool. How much do you think was on Irish Maxima of that $15,000? How about $11,379? She looked like she not only couldn't lose, but there's no way she's not going to run in the top 3.
Well, Jamie Ness, our leading trainer here, he has second choice favorite, Sweet Laura, going to try to take a swing at Irish Maxima.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sweet Laura was running for second. I think everybody understood that, including the rider. And if you watch how Michael rode the race, he knew what was going on.
And Irish Maxima let out a notch. Frankie steps on the gas, and Irish Maxima's happy to respond. She opens up over Jean Marie. Sweet Laura, she's back into third. Then it's Eclair Blanc, Paco Bell. Beach Days can see them all. There's a quarter mile to go, 46-1. And Irish Maxima doing it all by herself. She hits the top of the stretch. She's been confidently handled. Irish Maxima with the lead. Jean Marie continues to chase. Eclair Blanc running a brave race to the inside. She is gaining up the rail, but it is Irish Maxima who's just coasting along there. There's the 16th left. Irish Maxima just dazzling today. Irish Maxima gets the win.
Well, the big favorite got it done, Irish Maxima. And I talked to Frankie after the race, and he said she has 3 speeds, here, there, and gone. And that's what they were.
Yeah, it was interesting when he took a little bit of a shot at him on the turn, and Frankie, if he can just moved his hands like this, and over, just gone. Wins by 6.5, never in doubt. And look, she's closing on 700,000 for the Irish 3 crew, and boy, she is just some racehorse. You can make a pretty good case. She's as good as any horse here on the grounds.
Yeah, and great purchase by John Service. He said she was actually a private purchase. She was in the sale, but they made a private offer and they got her. And she's been so much fun for the guys in Irish 3 and just awesome. Frankie said when he saw her ears forward, he knew it was race over.
Of course, Frankie was the original rider for Maximus Mischief, who just happens to be the sire of this filly.
Pretty full circle moment there. Pretty cool. All right, let's go to Wednesday's 7th race. Allowance, first level, 50,000 purse. Nice purse there, 6.5 furlongs. And the favorite is Trust Issues. Jamie Ness with Jedza Hazelwood, the apprentice that we see doing so well here.
Yeah, Ness and Hazelwood, and yes, they win lots of races together.
To Newson Spring for the John Kirby barn with Frankie Pennington, second choice.
Yeah, and this is a little unfortunate. Frankie, we just saw a minute ago winning, and just the vagaries of horse racing. See what happens to Frankie here.
So on the outside with the lead Whiskey Romeo Sierra with the yellow blinkers to the inside, Trust Issues. Lucky Dude, he's in 3rd, gaining on the top 2. Try Harder, he's in 4th. Chance is at the back. They head towards the far turn, 22 and 4. And with the lead, Trust Issues. He has taken over from Whiskey Romeo Sierra. Lucky Dude, gaining now with every stride. He looms 3 wide. That's back to Try Harder. Chance, he's beginning to get in gear from the back. Trust Issues has some company coming on the outside. Lucky Dude, Whiskey Romeo Sierra continues to fight on right in between the half, 46 flat. On the far outside, Lucky Dude. Trust Issues, he's digging in. He has more left. Chance making up some ground late. Trust Issues will not let Lucky Dude by. He keeps on trying to the outside. Trust Issues fights on. Lucky Dude. Chance coming on late. There's the 16th left. Trust Issues trying to fend off Lucky Dude. Chance one more try to the inside, but Trust Issues.
And Trust Issues with the win for Jamie Ness. And of course, Frankie Pennington, you saw him stumble on Newson Spring at the start. He kind of flew up in the air, but luckily both he and the horse were fine. The horse was smart enough just to kind of stay out of the way in the back.
Yeah, it was a little scary, and John Kirby's other horse, Lucky Dude, came running, and yes, in fact, that was Kendrick Carmouche in for the ride to run second.
And Trust Issues is by Enticed. He was bred when he was in Kentucky, but now Enticed is here in Pennsylvania, so pretty cool for one of our PA sires now. Well, let's keep it going with local racing, and we go to Wednesday's 8th race at Parx. PA bred allowance race, $41,000 on the line, going 7/8. And our favorite is Cool Million for our friends with Uptown Charlie Brown.
Yeah, you gotta love any horse named Cool Million. Now, he hasn't won $1 million, but he's done well. Won $133,000 so far.
Yes, he has. And Mr. Flowers, Jamie Ness, DEA Thoroughbreds, we saw them just have that win with Trust Issues. They have the second choice favorite.
Yeah, this is hard to actually say, but Jamie is hot, even for Jamie right now.
Beyond Expectations, who is by himself on the lead with a half mile to go. Bravely getting a little bit closer to his outside. Malibu Warrior, he's advancing to 3rd. Cool Million, he's 4th. Mr. Flowers, he's dropped back 5th. And at the back, Regal Pains. And Beyond Expectations, now under some pressure from Bravely. We're going to see what he's made of. He's up to challenge Beyond Expectations. Malibu Warrior holds his position in 3rd as they head around the far turn, 45 and 3 to the inside. Beyond Expectations has done all of the heavy lifting. Bravely presses to his outside. Malibu Warrior, Cool Million in with a chance, but has nowhere really to go. And Beyond Expectations digging in on the lead. Malibu Warrior continues to gain to his outside. Cool Million, he's now in the clear. And Malibu Warrior goes right on by Beyond Expectations. There's the 16th left. Malibu Warrior, Cool Million is chasing, but not getting to Malibu Warrior, who gets the win.
And what a win by Malibu Warrior, making it 3 in a row. What a claim. They claim this horse for $12,500. Wesley Torres is the owner. He's actually an exercise rider for Jamie Ness, so he beat his teacher, Jamie Ness, but Patrick Henry is a jockey that you don't hear his name a lot here, but he's a very talented rider. He used to ride out at Portland Meadows, so he's been around. I mean, he's seasoned, and he's done a great job with Malibu Warrior.
3 in a row now for Malibu Warrior. It was interesting, Danny, you remember they held up the race a little bit. This horse had some kind of an equipment problem at the gate, right?
The bit was the bit flipped up upside down in his mouth, so luckily they got that fixed.
They got it straightened out, and he wins at 8-1.
There you go. Well, let's go to our national races, and we go for the last Kentucky Derby points race at Keeneland. It's the $400,000 Grade 3 Lexington Stakes. 3-year-olds going 1 mile and 16th. And our favorite is Confessional, Brad Cox with another Derby horse.
Yeah, I think it was just somebody had to be favored, so why not Brad Cox? This horse finished 3rd behind Incredibolt in the Virginia Derby at Cologne.
Yeah, and Brad Cox also has the second choice Ezum Shadwell stable by Essential Quality, and they campaigned Essential Quality.
So this is fascinating, right? A maiden special at Gulfstream gets beat 24 lengths at 14-1, goes to Colonial at 8-5, and wins by 19. You figure it out.
Corona de Oro is the leader, only by a neck. The Hell We Did starts to draw alongside. Confessional gears up, has to go wide. 3 wide around the far turn, tries to zero in on the top 2. Trendsetter moves up the rail in 4th. Azum has lost ground and is dropping back through the pack as they come past the quarter pole. Corona de Oro to the inside. The Hell We Did is there. Trendsetter looks for some running room at the top of the short stretch. Confessional is still 6 lengths away in 4th. I Did is 5th. They turn for home. The Hell We Did. Trendsetter stacking up to the outside of Corona de Oro. Trendsetter coming to the 16th pole, unleashing a rally on the outside for Kazushi Kamura. It is Trendsetter to the lead.
All right, and big upset there with Trendsetter getting the win for Ben Colebrook.
32-1, finished 3rd in the Rushaway. I could not have possibly had this horse. Had never done any kind of a number. Got an 85 here. It was kind of the last horse standing. Nobody really ran all that well. 85 buyer. Obviously, none of these horses are going to the Derby. You couldn't go to the Derby anyway because there's not enough points in this race. But Trendsetter, I did not have Trendsetter.
Me neither. Wasn't Ben Colebrook the first trainer of Nick's Go?
He was.
Pretty cool.
He was
All
indeed.
right. Well, let's go out to Oaklawn Park. This is the Grade 3 Count Fleet Sprint, 6 furlongs. And we're excited because Madhouse is back.
Yeah, this is a big Gallant Bob winner from last year. Now, he went and tried the Breeders' Cup Sprint after that. That didn't work out, but came back with a nice race at Tampa Bay. This horse is generally up at Canterbury, up in the Northwest, up in Minnesota, but this is a pretty cool horse, Madhouse.
Paco Lopez and Madhouse lead the way, a half length in front. Roll on Big Joe right there getting closer, and Wendelson 3 wide, still well off the fence. He's into 3rd now. Tough Catch retreats to 4th with Booth, and then comes Dreamin' Blue. Tejano Twist a lot closer, being asked to go on the outside, 6 behind, top of the lane. Madhouse, Roll on Big Joe side by side. Roll on Big Joe on the outside. Madhouse finding more inside of him. Madhouse, Roll on Big Joe, stride for stride in the final furlong. Roll on Big Joe, Julian Leperoux, narrow lead. Paco Lopez, Madhouse still right there. These two nose and nose in a ding-dong battle. Madhouse, Roll on Big Joe. Madhouse repelling Roll on Big Joe.
And Madhouse gets the win. What a nice horse. And also congratulations, the return of Paco Lopez. But, you know, what a cool horse this has been for these Canterbury-based trainers.
Yeah, for sure. David Van Winkle. And look, this when he won the Gallant Bob is with Paco, right? Loose in the lead. Paco put him in the same place. He got 102 buyer. It's going to be a little bit of a factor maybe in the sprint division this year. Nobody's kind of stepped forward at this point, so maybe Madhouse could be a player. We shall see.
Pretty cool. Congratulations to them. All right, let's keep it going at Oaklawn Park. This is the $1.25 million Grade 1 Apple Blossom, 1 mile and 16th. And Nitrogen, the clear favorite.
Yeah, 3-year-old filly champion from last year. Really good on turf, really good on dirt. Is she quite as good on dirt as turf? I'm not so sure, but she's pretty good.
Blue Fire carving out the fractions in the Apple Blossom. Neck in front, 5G in the second position. And then comes Claret Beret going nicely. 3 wide, a half length off the top pair. Nitrogen, Jose Ortiz are now in the 2 path, and they're clearly 4th going into the turn. Her stablemate, Naratsuri, is sent upon into that turn, and so is Majestic Oops as they corner into the turn. Dazzling Move 3rd last. Regaled has passed Almond Joy, rounding the far turn. Here's Claret Beret up to challenge Blue Fire and 5G's. Claret Beret going to the lead now. In second, Blue Fire's been left behind. Nitrogen's launching a rally. Here she comes on the outside. Needs to catch Claret Beret, who's going strong at the top of the lane. Claret Beret well off the rail and kicks for home as she comes off the corner with a 3-length lead. Nitrogen trying in second on the outside. Big space back to Blue Blue Fire and Majestic Oops. 1 furlong to go. Claret Beret in front has 1 more 16th to go. A 3-length lead. Nitrogen can't get her, and Claret Beret has punched her ticket to the Breeders' Cup Distaff.
All right, it was an upset, 8-1, Claret Beret, and Safi Joseph had an unbelievable week. We'll see if he can keep that going today with White Abario.
Yeah, she absolutely exploded at 8-1, and this is now a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Distaff, so we should see Claret Beret at the Breeders' Cup Distaff at Keeneland.
And I thought Nitrogen ran very respectable. She was kind of boxed in a little bit, but she ran her race.
She ran okay. I think she's kind of gotten to the limit of what she is. I don't know that she's going to be a factor in the division this year, but we shall see.
All right, well, we're going to go to another break. When we come back, we have our Jockey and Trainer of the Week, and it's one you want to see, and Best of the Rest coming up next.
My team at BetParx Online Sportsbook and Casino has a great offer for new users. Download the BetParx app, open a new account, and get up to $50 back on your first sports bet if it doesn't win. Plus, you'll get a BetParx bonus box with 50 BetParx coins and 50 bonus spins on the BetParx Collect 'em online slot game. For details, visit betparx.com.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. Now it's time for our Jockey of the Week, and let's see who is new on the scene here at Parx Racing. Congratulations, Dalila Rivera. She's an apprentice and a name you're going to hear a lot of, winning up in New York and here at Parx. Congratulations, Dalila Rivera, our Jockey of the Week. Now let's turn our attention to our Trainer of the Week. Let's see who's had a good week here at Parx Racing. Congratulations, Harry Weiner. He had a couple of big wins here at Parx, making him our Trainer of the Week, sponsored by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Time for another Turning for Home family photo of the week. This is Crypt, a PA bred and Parx favorite amongst the trainers. He made his way into many of our barns. Cool PA bred low claimer that did well for a lot of trainers here, and it was just time for something new for him, and he's quickly got adopted to our partner farm Ears and Gears in South Jersey, and he's going to stay local in New Jersey with Elizabeth, so good luck to Crypt. All right, well, let's get to Best of the Rest, and we head to Keeneland for the Grade 1 Maker's Mark Mile on the turf, and some big names in here.
Yeah, big scratches in here too, including Deterministic, who we were really hoping to see with Kendrick, but this is a classic Flavian Pratt ride, right? There's no speed. He says, you know what, I think I'll just go right to the front and watch poor Notable Speeds the 4. Whatever could go wrong, did go wrong. Just put a line through that. Way better. Zulu Kingdom all the way. Chad Brown, win number 3,000 on his way to the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is. All right, we're going to keep it going on the turf at Keeneland in the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes. Fillies and mares going a mile and 16th for the big $650,000. And this is going to be a hot one.
Yeah, very much of a hot one. Suggesta's been there the whole way, got the Dream Trip. Expensive Queen, the 1, is coming up the rail. And man, this is going to be really close. You make the call on this one. In fact, it was a dead heat.
A heater. So Expensive Queen and Suggested getting the dead heat there. Pretty cool stuff. All right, it's time for this week's PTHA Trophy race. It was Tuesday's 6th race, $10,000 claiming fillies and mares going a mile and 70 yards. There's a lot of speed in here, so Michael Sanchez had to make a decision.
Yeah, first off the claim for Josue Arce, the Racy Ruby, the 3 at 6-5, is just going to come off and blow this field away, win pretty comfortably by almost 3 lengths.
Yeah, and Arce really credited Michael, and he knows this filly. And this was 2 wins on the day for Sire Social Inclusion, so pretty cool stuff there. All right, well, we're going to go to our final break. When we come back, we have Eye on Racing. It is a huge one and some other pretty cool stuff, so stick around.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, it's always sad to say goodbye to our stars, and Frosted did pass away. He was our 2015 PA Derby winner. Of course, we all remember his dazzling Met Mile in Whitney, and he passed away from laminitis.
Yeah, Karen McLaughlin trained him, and it's interesting. He actually ran the Triple Crown winner into defeat in the Travers that year, and Karen said, well, we're going to come right back in the PA Derby. Frost didn't win the Travers, but he's the reason American Pharoah didn't win the race.
Yes.
And he came back, won our race, and then, as you said, as a 4-year-old, ran an incredible Metropolitan Mile, one of the best in history in that race.
Yeah, we actually have a Frosted running this Monday at Parx in the first race, so we'll cheer him on. Should Have Been Gone is the horse's name, so our thoughts to the connections of Frosted. All right, let's get to Ion Racing, and all eyes are on Oaklawn Park today in the Oaklawn Handicap. $1.25 million, the return of sovereignty and journalism, and of course, White Barrio.
Yeah, this is some race, right? You're talking about the Breeders' Cup Classic winner in White Barrio, $7.7 million. The Horse of the Year last year in Sovereignty, the Preakness winner, the Haskell winner, the Santa Anita Derby winner in journalism. Man, this is some horse race they have at Oaklawn Park today, and it's about 7:20 tonight. Check it out.
I know we all can't wait. And of course, Keeneland, we got the Ben Ali and the Elkhorn, the Bayshore Aqueduct, and at Laurel, it is Preakness Preview Day.
It is indeed. We have a number of races down there. The Weber City Miss Law School is going to try it again for Jamie Ness. Ivy Wire, who won the main line here, for Amelia Green. And in the Tessio, we have Higher Sense for our man Miguel Penaloza in the Tessio. Win and into the Preakness if you win the Tessio.
And of course, the Preakness will be at Laurel Park this summer while they're doing renovations. So pretty cool. All right. Well, Parx picks.
Yes.
We're going to take a look at Monday's first race. And we like this race because there's just some cool runners in here. And of course, the number 4 is the Son of Frost that I was talking about. Should Have Been Gone. But I'm going to go with the number 1, Marty's Magic.
Yeah,
and you circled it too.
I did. 355 starts among this group, Danny. 60 wins. Haven't won 2 since October. But yeah, just older, tough horses. We'll both go with Marty's Magic. A reclaim for Michael Pino. Michael Pino and Hazelwood and a reclaim. Yeah, I think I like this.
A double pick here for DJ and I. Some pretty cool stuff right there. All right, check out Gate to Wire. Bruce Casella and I spoke with Lou Linder just about some of the top horses to look out in his barn. Lou has been a trainer here based at Parx for a very long time. He does a great job. He's one of my absolute favorites. He has such cool memorabilia. He always donates to Turning for Home. He's a big supporter, and we're rooting him on for a big campaign this year with his horses.
Yeah, he had a great 2025.
Well, come out and join us. We have some PA bred stakes races this Wednesday right here at Parx. See some of our state bred stars right on the track. You're going to be some great racing, and looking forward to it.
And we are looking forward to it, and can't wait to see those old tough horses in those PA bred stakes.
That does it for this time, but thanks for watching us, and we'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Bet Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the gray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.